Everybody, we are back. It is Taped Online's favorite podcast, favorite channel, favorite everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. And of course, follow us on Twitter at the Mark John NFL for me, at mholder95 for Matt, and of course, Panda Supplements. Use TDL for 35% off. All right, guys. So today we are talking Chargers once again. We had a preview with Steve Haglin, and then we're also giving you guys some film. So we're giving you a lot of Chargers. Probably do this more often. Do an interview and then more film, because the interview kind of gives us a little bit, of a different outlook for teams. And yeah, so I don't know. I know somebody for the Packers, but I'll figure that out. I don't know if you know anybody, Matt, but I'll figure that out.
I know a couple people. Yeah, we can bring on, but yeah.
Okay, cool. How you feeling after watching the Chargers film and going over it?
Be honest with you, not great. I mean, their defense, like their coverage is pretty rough, but their pass rush is pretty damn impressive. Like we'll go over I remember if you guys remember from the episode with Steven, he was talking a lot about their NASCAR package. It's pretty dirty. That's what I'm going to go over. They do a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of twists, a lot of stunts. Going to test the Raiders' offensive line's communication and they're like mental awareness a little bit. So a lot of moving parts, a lot of stuff to look at. I almost compared it to it's almost like a Shanahan style defense where there's just a ton of eye candy, ton of stuff to look at. Everyone's moving, no one's staying in the right spot. That it can get crazy and chaotic. And so although secondary, completely different story. I think that they can cook them a little bit if they can get the time. So we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, because on the other side, what I watched the offense. The offense, they are pretty explosive. They're pretty damn good. They're throwing downfield this year a lot. They got Herbert pushing the ball down the field pretty often. He's being aggressive. So obviously he's being coached to be aggressive. Yeah, and you can tell he's playing that way, and there's not that much checking down and all that stuff. So I think that with the way he's playing, it's going to be tough to stop them. And then of course they run the ball really well this year too. So they run the ball well, and then also they pass the ball well. They're fifth in offensive EPA according to runningbacksdon'tmatter.com. And then that's what it stands for. And then they are 13th in rushing EPA, and they are third in passing EPA. So this is probably one of the best offenses in football. And so the Raiders definitely the best offense the Raiders have faced. It's better than the Bills. Okay. And the Broncos, you know how they are, and the Steelers are awful. So this is going to be the best offense they faced. So it's going to be tough. And if they don't have Max Crosby, I'm praying that Max Crosby could just find a way to limp out there. Because if they don't have Max, man, this is not good. It might not be
do you know what the word is on that? Is he a game time decision or is he?
Yeah, he's game time decision. Yeah.
Like I said, I joked in our text group, but if they don't have Max Crosby, they might as well just drop 11. They're not getting there. You might as well just have guys that can you can double up everybody or something like that, and just let them sit there and make them eventually throw the ball. That could be rough.
Oh man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough because let's just look at it this way. Brian Flores' idea to beat them was I'm gonna blitz him every single play to try to make him get rid of the ball quick, and it didn't work. It didn't work. And the thing is, they're the Chargers though, so they just beat themselves for some reason. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing ever.
It's one of those things where it's it does not matter who's on the field. It's the uniforms, man. They just never find a way. They always find a way to beat themselves, which is
they'll find some way, bro. Like a drop where they don't need it, or just something that stalls their drive. So but they still score a lot of points. They scored 35, 24, and 28. Yeah, man. We just gotta hope that Josh Jacobs just breaks out this game or something. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Josh Jacobs he looked fresh last game. He always dominates against the Chargers. We said this against the Broncos. He always dominates against the Broncos. But hopefully this goes true, because that's what the Raiders need. They really need Josh Jacobs to really come in.
Yeah, and I will say the Chargers' run defense is better than it's been, but it's still not great. I didn't pay a ton of attention. Obviously, focus more on the passing game a little bit, but you can still beat them on the ground. You can I think, what was it? Alexander Madison had like doubled his rushing total and then some like that against them. So you can still put the ball on the ground, but like you got to be able to take advantage of their secondary too.
Yeah, and also I think that's why they can run the ball a little bit on them too, just because against the Titans, that's what it's really why they lost that game is because of the Titans, running the football and being consistent and pushing the ball. So I still think you can do that. You can have that type of offense where it's like slow ball, and that's how the Titans beat them because the Titans just basically kept them off the field.
Yeah,
that's how the Raiders going to beat this offense. They got to play really slow, run the ball, and keep that offense off the field. Because if they're on the field, I don't even because that's the thing. Before we get into the tape, I just want to say I don't know what Kellen Moore is going to do this week, just because he adjusts so much. So they might run the ball 80 times, this week. They might switch it up, and then he has all these weapons. Because I mean, even if you take out Mike Williams, who's out, which I looked it up, he has 19 targets, but Keenan has 32. So even you take Mike Williams out, they're probably just gonna put Josh Palmer in, and he's gonna throw to Keenan all the time, and he's gonna throw to Joe Everett. So it don't matter, man. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the Raiders have a great game plan. Maybe they got something they can mix it up. They got the film. They're familiar with this team, but I think the offense is so much different. Just so much different. But all right. So I should just go first. I'm talking about this offense. Let's just transition into. So we'll start with the run game. And it's going to be Joshua Kelly this week, but he's having a pretty good year himself running the football. Had a really good game against the Dolphins. But they like to mix it up a little bit, right? So here's one running play here. And I mean, they get creative with it. So like here's one to do like kind of like a counter with the lead. And they get a lot of yards. So they like to mix it up. They like to switch it up, mix it up. Watch one more time. But that's what I'm saying. Like Kellen Moore, he's very creative. So he's going to mix up the run game and use a lot of the talent on the team.
It might be 6 if Pipkins is better tackle because they had no one out there.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Some more. I think this is counter 2 on this one as well. I believe. I don't know. This one's just like a pin pull type of thing. And you kind of can see that they're getting Zion Johnson out there. They're getting Slayer out there. And then Joshua Kelly does a good job of setting this up, setting up this block by Pipkins. Get into the hole. Get a big chunk.
That's right.
Yeah, he looks pretty good, man. He looks pretty good. So here's another one here. Now, this is the counter. Yes. Yeah. No. A little split inside zone. Split inside zone. Right? As you see how this line's going to work a little bit. You got Slater, Johnson. I mean, Lindsey's going to be out, so that might be something to focus on. Maybe they can get some penetration with that backup center they got. But you see how they get that movement. Look what Zion is doing to Simmons there. Pushing him. That's so damn blue. Look at that hole.
That was a pretty good job by Kelly of pushing the line, too. Like, he makes a great cut, like, to the backside and late.
Yeah, this is good. This is so a great inside zone run. This is why they should do this with Jacobs, because he does this stuff. So, because he sets up, because you get the 3-way go with inside zone, right? So he set that up perfectly, and he found the right spot, and boom, cut through it. Tell you, man, they got a pretty damn good run game too.
It's been pretty good, yeah.
It's pretty damn good. This is 2 different games. This isn't the same game. They didn't run the ball against the Vikings at all, basically. But here we go. Here's the counter one. Here's counter right here. So we're mixing it up. We got a little zone. We got reverses, a little pin pull, and then we got a counter here. So I mean, this is really set up perfectly. And he can see how he's looking at the linebacker right there. He's setting him up a little bit. Boom, and he's coming inside. The linebacker does a good job though of making this play. We still got 5. But I mean, you can get some penetration on these guys, but you got to beat their guards. I mean, that's the only thing, because the run game is so set up, and you have to worry about the pass a little bit that they can. You really just got to beat their guards. I mean, there's really no other, there's really no other way around it. I mean, you can scheme it and all these other things, but if your interior offensive linemen aren't doing stuff like this, your defensive linemen, I mean, aren't doing things like this and pushing the pocket and making Josh Kelly have to move, and then we're getting a tackle here from Denico Autry to stop him. You're not gonna be able to stop them in the run game because they're pretty consistent there. They're pretty damn good in the run game. All right, so passing game. One thing that is different, and I made fun of Justin Herbert all the time for checking down a lot. And I mean, he still does. He still does. He still does the timely check down when you need it. But the offense itself is vertical based on game plan. So they weren't very vertical against the Vikings, but they like to put Keenan Allen vertical now. So on this one, we're getting like a little out and up from Keenan Allen. I really like the setup of this route. And watch how Keenan Allen does this route, bro. Just sets it up. Then he just total great route. And then, Herbert's under pressure, but he still throws a dime. Right on the money. And I mean, this is the type of offense that they're running like right now. So, and Keenan Allen's getting really vertical. It's a great concept because they're playing little quarters. He's got this guy going this way.
Yeah,
it's an awesome concept. And it's a great throw too.
That's how you throw to the sideline.
Yeah, that's how you throw outside the numbers right there. All right, so yeah, Keenan Allen. Like I said, that's about Mike Williams. Keenan Allen seems to be the guy right now for Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore, I don't know if he's like in Kellen Moore's ear or whatever, but here we go. Now we're getting 9-8-9. So I talk about this concept a lot, but this is pure Air Coryell 9-8-9. Because you're getting the post, you're getting the go, and then you're getting the go, right? And this is cover 2, okay? So you're thinking the go is not going to be there, but Justin Herbert, he just keeps his eyes on Johnson. He knows he's going here, okay? I'm gonna tell you, he knows he's going here. But he keeps his eyes on Johnson the whole time because he gets by here going this way, and that just leads the guy right wide behind him. So Kellen Moore's cooking too. But this is also Justin Herbert because you watch Justin Herbert's eyes. Justin Herbert is not looking at Keenan Allen. I think he peeks at it. See, he peek a little bit. He's looking at Quentin Johnson. Oh nope. Haha. The ball came a little funky, but it don't matter.
That's a dime, man.
God. That was like a Peyton Manning dime. Peyton Manning got the little ugly spiral. All right, here we go. So, you also still get these little funky plays here. I think I put this one in here twice on accident, but whatever. You see Keenan Allen, they kind of just mix it up a little bit because, I mean, he's throwing to Keenan Allen all the time. But this is Justin Herbert, too. And, if you do get pressure on him, you got to tackle him, which is the second part. It's not just about getting pressure. You got to tackle him.
He's a big dude. I mean, 6'6",
yeah.
Probably like 240, 230, something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, they're working it out here. On that one, you can see him making moves. I can get the back on that one, but I think I showed it later. We'll watch the back of that play later. And then here we go. Now we're doing the scissors concept. This one's funny because he should throw a touchdown to Quentin Johnson. It looks cooler what he did here. This is cooler. This is the touchdown to Johnson is too easy. I want to try to fit it in between this windows right here in versus cover 2. So, because I mean, this is a touchdown. I don't know why he didn't throw this. This right there is a touchdown. I mean, he can make that throw any day, but he throws to Keenan Allen because he's going to Allen the whole time. Like I said, again, he loves Keenan Allen this year. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they maybe worked on in the offseason, but you see he's got this safety. He got the safety turning now, so he just throws it behind him.
Well, I don't even think it was a scissors. They're like fake scissors, right? Because I don't think they actually crossed. Or was Keenan Allen in the slot?
Keenan Allen's outside.
Yeah.
It's like
didn't even.
Well, he's just like an inside. Like, yeah, that's you're right about that.
Yeah, I wonder to partially to get the safety to open, probably.
Yeah, I mean, Kellen Moore's he's like Bruce Arians, John Gruden, and Kelvin Gilbride. All these guys mixed into one. So you don't know what the hell you're gonna get. But it says Shania showed the back end of this play. That dude's just nuts, man. I'm tired of watching this already a little bit. So. This next one here he just throws it up off his back foot for a touchdown. Not for a touchdown, but
Wow.
with ease, man. And then that's what I'm talking about. They're just tacking downfield. That's why I was so depressed. It's just depressing just watching these guys just tack downfield constantly. This is back-to-back plays right here. So this is before half. He's just gonna do right down the seam, a go route.
On time and everything, like a second later, that might be picked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you see Byer, he sees it.
Yeah, he sees it. He reads it right now.
Nope, you ain't getting there, man. I don't know who that guy is. That's what I'm saying. And the Titans slowed it down because they got pressure. and they're able to get some sacks on him. But even still, when he's under pressure, he's just going to throw like that. So he's so big, you got to tackle him too. And then we, next play, and this is what I'm saying. Now we got the Bruce Arians double slant for vert, double skinny post for verts here. Boom, right there. So this is some classic Bruce Arians stuff. Get the double post up here. Tom Brady and made a living off this. They won a Super Bowl. Play action. Boom. Right in the middle. It's just. And this one I talked about this on the preview show, where he looks over here, he sees it short, they double team Allen, he doesn't like it, so he comes back here, and now he has his window. It's covered too, right? I mean, no, because there's no safety over here, right?
I think it's covered.
Yeah, it is covered.
Oh, where's the other safety?
Yeah,
they play with 10, maybe.
Are they playing? I'm confused by this. Anyways, so yeah, that's weird.
I think someone was supposed to invert.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe this guy. But you see here, and then he just finds his window right there, and he just throws it right in between there. That's what's talking about him being more aggressive. Because I don't know if last year he throws this ball in between there like this. So you watch it here, so he goes here, and he sees the backside, and he sees the window. I mean, he's even a little late to it, in my opinion. He could have do that earlier. But when you got an arm like that, I guess you can be late. And this one just to piss me off. This one pissed me off. This is stupid. And that's what I'm saying. And then you got to tackle him because he's going to run too. All right. And then you do get pressure. You got to tackle him. So, yeah.
That's a great way to end it. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just not Joe Lombardi's gone. I'm really mad about that. I don't know why they couldn't find a way to win that playoff game last year, so Joe Lombardi could have stayed another year. They had to blow a 27-point lead, and now Joe Lombardi's gone, and I got Kellen Moore who's in here with Justin Herbert, and he's cooking all this stuff, and he's got his ideas. And Justin Herbert, for some reason, already picked up his offense. I don't know how, but he's already picked it up. And he's already, this is what I'm saying, he's getting to the third read already and coming backside. And so, yeah, it's more Kellen Moore too. I think Kellen Moore is really he's really underrated. It's just, he makes some stupid play calls sometimes at stupid moments. But I think he's a pretty damn good play caller, and that's the big difference is they got Kellen Moore.
I feel like he's kind of like the Brandon Staley of offensive coordinators, where it's like he's such a genius that sometimes it works against him, right? Like we were talking about with Steven, like he'll get too cute, like he'll run that the revert or that that counter play that you were showing or whatever, lead power that to the receiver. But he'll also do that on 3rd and 1. And it's like, all right, what the fuck are we doing here? We got a 6'6" quarterback, just fucking sneak it.
Yeah,
but yeah, so it's like. He's almost sometimes too creative and too innovative for his own good.
Yeah, exactly. And but you kind of can see this because there's really no system. I mean, there's all types of things. Some of those plays, the Vikings, it was more of a West Coast game. They did a lot more choice routes with Allen and all that stuff, and a lot of those things. But then this next game, they're throwing downfield. They're just attacking the middle of the seams, and I don't know if they're going to do that because we know how these linebackers cover. And that's what I'm a little worried about. They're going to run the ball at the linebackers. They're going to throw it in the middle of the field at the linebackers. And, I think they're going to try to put Keenan Allen up the seam a little bit, get Keenan Allen matched up on the linebackers, and see if these guys can cover. And that's what I think.
And if they're paying attention, they're going to run a ton of play action too. You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest weaknesses with the Raiders. And we saw how much their linebackers love coming downhill versus the run. So.
Yeah. But the only way to stop these guys is you got to get pressure, and I think you got to slow down the run game because they're going to try to run. But I mean that's some of the Raiders haven't been good at all year is stopping the run. So if they can't slow down the run game either, but they got to. Like I'm saying, they got to slow down the run game, and they have to get pressure on Herbert. It's like a must. If you don't get any pressure on him at all, then it's going to be a long day for you. So it is a must. That's how the Titans slowed him down. They got pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Curious, see Quentin Johnson much of a factor at all? Because I feel like he'll have a big role. No, he hasn't done much.
No,
Or no,
but
the catches he had this year.
no, he really. I didn't see him really getting a lot of balls. I think he got one against Miami. He had a deep ball, I think, against Miami, but he's good. He's Mike Williams. He's going to try to become Mike Williams, I believe, kind of be their deep threat. But Keenan Allen is now. So,
yeah. So,
man. All right, man. Give us some positivity versus defense. Give us some positivity here.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a ton of positivity for you on that side because talking about it too. The Chargers, when they get you in 3rd and long, like they're almost going to automatically check to looks like these. So we're going to see this a bunch on Sunday. Yeah, to kind of give you guys a little bit of an idea of what the NASCAR package is when we're talking about it. I don't know how much this box is doing for you, but as you can see, we got 6 guys on the line of scrimmage, half of them standing up. They'll mix it up. They'll put, a down lineman here and maybe the linebacker on the other side. We'll see that look too. But basically what this is going to do is going to test the offensive line's communication. Because right now we got 6 to block 6, right? 3 guys to the left, 3 guys to the right, and we got the 5 offensive linemen in the back to insert. 2 ways you can kind of block this look. One is to just fan protection, like your normal, your normal little pocket that you see all the time, and then have the back insert and go take on one of these backers, get the BOB or the Bob, big on big, back on back. Or you can go full slide and then have the back insert on the edge. The Titans in this instance, they're going to full slide it right. The problem is the left tackle basically sits there and does fan protection, and the back go out to get the edge. And back's actually going to chip and then release into his route. And that's the easiest sack Kenneth Murray has ever had in his life. And that's kind of what makes this look, just this look in general, so difficult to pick up for offensive line, because we have 5 out of 6 guys doing exactly what they should be doing. But one guy screws up, doesn't pick up. And this is what I'm talking about, where it matters with your communication. And nobody blocks the blitzing linebacker. And I mean, that play didn't even have a chance. So that's one of my biggest concerns. All right, where we get next one here. Okay, so this one is going to be a little bit more. The Titans are going to stay in their fan protection, but the same thing, right? We got 6 to block 6, and the Chargers are going to run a ton of stunts out of this, and they're pretty damn good with it. They love keeping Bosa and Thule on the same side, and then putting Mac as like more like the solo rusher to get the one-on-one. But they love running stunts with Thule and Bosa. Thule's going to do a really good job of picking that guard there. I mean, I'll back this up a little bit. Like, if you look right here, I mean, the tackle, he's obviously got no chance because Thule's right in his way, and he does a great job of picking up the guard. I mean, the guard's back is to Joey Bosa at this point. Running back's got the linebacker, and that's the easiest sack Joey Bosa's probably had in his career. And Thule actually does a pretty damn good job, too, of getting some penetration on his own. Again, one more sack. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, this one might be my favorite because again, same look. We got 6, or actually this one might be no, because Thule's gonna insert late. Yeah, so we got 6 coming. And what I first want to watch is what these linebacker and this nose do. Like if you notice a lot, the nose is gonna cross the center's face to one like a little twist, and they're gonna like fake it this time. Like right about here, right? This linebacker, he can kind of, come in and insert in the rush. But he's actually going to drop in coverage. I just missed it. And then not only are they going to show 6 at the line of scrimmage, they're going to blitz Derwin James off as the nickel on the edge. Now, ball comes out a little bit too quickly anyway. Titans had a good play call for this. And Tannehill made a nice throw under pressure to hit, I think that was Hopkins on the slant. Mm-hmm. But too, like Morgan Fox beats the center across his face. That pocket is collapsing. And end up getting a hit again. Got the ball out quickly and got the completion there, but not exactly the look you're wanting for. All right, this time they got 5 on the line of scrimmage. Khalil Mackey's out there on the left side of the screen, just offside, that you can't see, but they're going to run, or they're going to blitz Derwin James, and they're going to insert him all the way to the other A-gap on like a little twist. And you can see it again too, like Morgan Fox, he's deadly when he does this stuff. He's going to do this to Andre James a lot, where he's going to cross his face, take the center with him. And I mean, Thule again here. I think that's him. Yep. Just physically dominates that guard. That's a rookie, mind you, a 260-pound rookie putting a guard on his back. That's what I'm talking about when I really like this dude. And I mean, from here at this point.
Sorry.
What's that? What are you saying?
It's awful technique. Think you go.
But yeah. Well, Yeah. So we're flushing Tannehill out of the pocket at this point. And I mean, from here, it's all right, Ryan Tannehill. Which elite edge rusher would you like to run into? Joey Bosa or Khalil Mack? Tannehill ends up rolling to his right, picks the wrong side. Another easy sack for Bosa. All right. All right, so this one's more exotic look, but this is probably the most standard pass rush we're going to see. Again, 6 on the line. These 2 linebackers are going to drop. But again, these 2 dudes, Bosa and Thule on the same side, are dangerous. Like Bosa, or excuse me, that's Fox on that side.
That's Murray Fox, who dominated, who Dylan Parham and them should have nightmares from the last time he played against them because they made him look like a superstar.
And I'll tell you what, man, he's on hell of an interior rusher too. I mean, you want to see him there.
Yeah, I know.
He helps Thule get the brush, flush him out. I think that's his first career sack right there. So again, even when they standard rush, they got some dogs up front that they can still get pressure. So this next clip, honestly, is a little bit. It's kind of like the last one. Most standard rush we're going to see. Part of the reason why I wanted to include it is one, obviously, it's a different game against the Vikings. So part of me wanted to just show, hey, yeah, they did do this more than just against the Titans. And again, these 2 linebackers, they're going to drop in coverage, and then they're going to run a stunt with Thule and Bosa here. But what I love about it too is before you watch this, see how that like the nose, again, he's going to work across the face of the center. And what that's going to do is on this stunt, the Vikings actually do a decent job of passing it off and picking it up. But because he has to turn his shoulder, because the guard has to turn his shoulders and they're parallel or perpendicular to the line of scrimmage, Bosa has this big wide lane on the inside that he can rush to, and he ends up getting the sack. And Thule, again, does a great job of penetrating, attacking the outside shoulder of the guard, inside of the tackles. Although this is my favorite part, the little jump, and he still ends up getting the sack and beat up the quarterback. So that's what I'm talking about, man. That pass rush, that NASCAR package that Steven was talking about, it's legit. Can be definitely dangerous for the Raiders, like you're talking about with Morgan Fox and Dylan Parham. Like, it could be a long day for the Raiders offensive line if they're not on it with their communication and kind of mental processing, mental alertness. Mm-hmm. But moving on, also wanted to show how Justin Jefferson kind of cooked their secondary a little bit. I'm hoping the Raiders have a similar game plan this week with Davante Adams. Obviously, 2 similar caliber of players. What we're going to see here is, this is going to be a pretty common theme. The Chargers run a lot of soft coverage. I mean, this guy's 8-9 yards off the line of scrimmage against Justin Jefferson. Mm-hmm. Vikings run play action, nice little stair step on the drag route. And I mean, he's wide open. Kenneth Murray never even turns his head to find Jefferson or find a crosser. So he's nowhere near to be able to be in a good position. And I mean, they're just beat by alignment more than anything. And it's a 20-yard game. So I just want to watch this stair step one more time. Let's see. Jefferson does a great job here, selling the vertical, keeping the corner away. I mean, he just ran away from him, really, more than anything. Yeah. Again, without Murray there to help, then that's an easy catch, easy 20-yard gain. All right. Are they
not double teaming him?
They do a little bit, like this play a little bit. It's going to be cover 3 seam with the slot as the skiff player. Mm-hmm. And then they have a post safety here. So it's going to work kind of like a bracket, not exactly, not a full bracket, right? Because we still have eyes on the quarterback from the safety. Yeah. It's going to be similar. The problem is the safety is probably too far inside and still gives it up to the outside. And guess what? You can put 2 guys on him and he's still going to get a 30-yard gain. Like,
that's such a great route.
Yeah. I mean, beautiful. Sells it up field again. That skip player has no chance, no safety help. 30-yard gain. And you'll notice again, all right, this one, I don't even think there's much to break down. It's pretty much just, a simple out route. The biggest thing is, again, this guy's 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. Jefferson keeps his shoulders down, runs a great route, falls off the table, right at the sticks, makes a nice grab. Awful this was throw. First and 20, too.
It's an awful throw.
It's Kirk Cousins. We're still working with Kirk Cousins over here, all right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a bad throw. He just that's why he just was drafted in the 4th round. This throw right here is why he's drafted in the 4th round. He couldn't drive it.
Well, if you look at it too, like Jefferson, he pulls up after he makes the route, knowing that it's going to be a little bit of a floater, right there. But
That's how much he won, though. That's how much he burned Asante Samuel. He said he could sit there and wait for an out route.
He burned him. He burned him on a 1st and 20 with a Samuel playing like 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you can take advantage of these dudes because they just want to bail. And even if your quarterback has a noodle arm, you can still get it out there. Like, I mean, this is going to be pretty similar to the last one. This one's, I think, this one actually is like 3rd and 6, I believe. So 3rd and medium, same thing. Soft coverage. It's going to be cover 3. Derwin James is late to getting out in the flat. Kirk Cousins makes a nice, good on-time throw. 1st down. So that's kind of what I'm talking about, man. Like, these corners, unless they change it up, unless they want to get in Davante Adams' face, I'd put them about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage if I were them. If they're going to play this far off, the Raiders got to be able to take advantage with their best receiver. I mean, that's not a special route from Justin Jefferson. It's just they were beat by alignment, and Derwin James is late to getting out the flat, and opportunities are going to be there. All right, so this is the one we're going to end on. Jefferson's going to be in the slot. Kenneth Murray's great coverage is going to show up again because the Chargers are going to run a fire zone here. Curl flat defender takes the curl. Kenneth Murray, instead of being in the middle of the field, is down halfway between the hash and the numbers for some reason. And from there, we're just going to hit Jefferson, 1 over Sue, missed tackle, and I'm going to bang my head on the goalpost. That's the only thing that's going to stop me. So again, another little coverage lapse where I think you can get the Chargers. I mean, Kenneth Murray, for as good of a season as he is having this year, still struggles in coverage, still doesn't really know where he's supposed to be. I mean, that could be Davante too. Just a matter of if they can take advantage, man. Just to tell you, man, there was the other 2 catches Jefferson had were 2 screens, so I didn't bother sharing those ones. But guy had a big game against them. If they do that same thing against Davante, man, it should be a long day, and that's how Raiders got to be able to keep up and keep the scoreboard closer.
Yeah, because Josh Jacobs, he needs a big game, he needs a big game, and so does Davante Adams. So these guys are going to need big games to steal this one because they're going to have to keep this Chargers offense on the field. Because even the way the Raiders want to play defense, like they want to do the let you go. Yeah. This team could do that because this is their 8th in the red zone touchdown percentage. So they can do that. They're like, oh, hey, you want us to do that? We can do it. We're going to go meticulously down the field and score touchdowns on you. So, and then they have a lot of explosive plays too. So, I mean, the Raiders offense, they really have to be effective that way. Because, I mean, they can't put the defense in bad positions because the defense is not going to be able to hold them. Even if the defense comes up with a great game plan and they stop them for a little bit, they're not going to be able to hold them if the offense can't play well. They just don't have enough talent to do it. So that's why, I mean, this offense has to find a way to move the football consistently. They got to take advantage of that defense that's not very good, right? Yeah. So that's really what this game is about, because if they keep putting the defense out there, man, they aren't going to last. It's not. It'd be just like the Bills game where they got some stops, and then but then eventually it was 38-10. So
just let it pour on. Yeah. And I mean, too, as long as they can scan the schedule and keep that run game going, they'll keep the Chargers out of that NASCAR package, right? If they can get 3rd and medium, 3rd and short, they'll get them out of it. If they get into that, that's when you start getting those crazy looks from them and let Brandon Staley cook a little bit. So, I mean, that's I'm with you on that one. It's almost got to be as simple as the Chargers defense is not as good as their offense, so keep their defense on the field as long as you can. Play ball control and force them to beat you with their worst unit. So
exactly. I mean, that's the game plan here. They got the offense has to really just kind of pound it and use Davante, because they don't have anybody who can guard Davante, and they struggled with him last year in both games. Davante went off for 172 one game and 141 the other one, I think, something like that. So they have trouble with Davante Adams. So that's the mode here. And so that was good that you showed that with Justin Jefferson, because I think that's how you got to win this game, man.
Yeah. And that's the one thing too. If you notice, the Vikings, they didn't put Jefferson in the same spot a lot, right? They moved him around, put him in the slots, changed the sides a little bit on him. So, I think if they can do that too, to help get him as many looks as possible, and make it so that the Chargers can't game plan and know where he's going to be every play, that'll be huge.
Yeah. All right, man. Any last words? Anything else you say?
I mean, not much. Not sure what to expect tomorrow exactly, but hopefully they can show up, take advantage of maybe Corey Linsley being out and get some pass rush. Got to have Max Crosby play. If Max doesn't, it could be a long one. But We'll see, man. Be a big test.
Yeah, it'd be a big test. See if they can stay in this game. Like I said, I mean, the offense has to keep them in this game because the defense is just not. It's just not going to hold them forever, man. Even if they have, even if it's 10-7 at halftime, it's not gonna. They're not going to hold forever. So that's gonna be the big part of this game. But all right. So we're out of here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We gave you 2 previews this week. So hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. All right, guys. Enjoy some college football today. I'm hoping Colorado beats the spread. I was dumb and took the spread. It's 34-14 now. So we're 1 point. If the spread is 21, the spread's 21. So we're at 20. It's 34-14 at halftime. Maybe Deanna.
Did you watch last week? I mean, that was a 24-point spread, and they beat them. What? 48? They scored.
That game was more like a shut up. Let's shut up Colorado game. This is more like, hey, they got shut up. They're not very good now, So that's why I was like, and USC didn't show up. They didn't play very well against my sorry ASU. So
there you go. That's true. But
so
they still do have the best player in the country. I mean, I'll bet on that guy any day of the week.
Yeah. You're right. All right, all right, guys. Peace.